So do you think platonic friendships actually exist?
Platonic friendships, I personally don't feel like they do. I feel like a man's intention when he's meeting a woman more than likely is because he finds her attractive and he feels like she could possibly be a mate for him in all situations. Now, if later on she friend zones him, that's a different story. But that's not by choice. That's by the woman's choice.
That's the woman's power we have to be able to friend zone. But that's unfortunate that we live in a society that automatically views women like, oh, she's automatically has to be my mate. Put her as a placement of friendship.
Right. I just think that that's not a man's first want. Like, that's not his first desire. I think that after meeting a woman, I think he would just try to stay in the running with however way that he can. And if that means being friend zoned, then that's what he's gonna do.
Do you think they actually have benefits to being our friend?
Actually, I do. At first, I thought that they didn't, but I feel like just staying in the running, it's like staying in the running for them. Like, okay, at least if I'm this close to her, maybe I could learn more about her and know what she likes and be there to comfort her and just be there for her. Maybe at some point in time, if she gives me just a little bit of, I could just like slide in there some way. But I feel like it's always like just waiting for the right moment, or even if it's subconscious, it's like, oh, I like her. I just want to be like in her presence. I just feel like it's an instinct.
Oh yeah, I feel as though being a woman's friend, you have so many perks. Just by being close to her, like, she's going to be a giver to you naturally. She's going to pour into you naturally. She's going to be honest with you. You guys can have an honest relationship naturally. I feel like friendships are essential. And the fact that most people automatically just see that romance is just the hierarchy in life is just is very down-putting for me, because I feel like friendships benefit your life overall. Like, that's a community, that's a tribe.
Maybe I would say unless they met you another way, like unless they met you because you were their wife's friend or something like that, it's more like, okay, I see her as I know that's completely off limits unless they're just crazy. Or I see them, like it's more like a sister. If it starts off like that, that's the only way I could think of. And sometimes even that, you hear of these weird stories of they trying to get with the sister after whatever. But I think that at first, if you are just meeting a man somewhere, or a man is meeting you somewhere and they are approaching you, it's always at first intention, instinct of, oh, she's attractive. You know what I'm saying? Let me be her friend first.
They see how far.
Yeah, like
they automatically thinking, oh, I can sleep with her.
Right. Especially if you're an attractive female, of course. At least my experience.
Yeah, that is, your experience is so valid that it's so unfortunate Kay cannot have platonic friendships out here because y'all keep trying her.
Those are the cons of being a pretty girl. It's like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn because I don't like, it's like I look at, it's like there's a predator thing and I have to make sure, like, okay, I can't just, it's like you can be yourself, but you have to understand what's out there, and people are going to see it as, oh, she's being friendly with me. Maybe it's because she might this. And then it's like, sometimes I don't want everybody to hit on me. Sometimes I just want to just be seen as a human. It doesn't have to be because I have another motive. And like, I don't know why we can't just live and breathe and learn from each other without being romantic in that way. Like, no.
That is so unfortunate that some people really don't see women as just human. Like, just see me as a friend. Like, just see me as a person. Just see me for who I am. Because I automatically get called, oh, you too friendly, when I'm just being kind to people. People don't understand, like, it's humans that are kind, that doesn't want to have sex with you, that doesn't want anything physical, that just honestly just wants to be a nice human. But automatically, like, when the opposite sex is friendly or outgoing, they think that's flirting. Why is that?
You know, I really don't know why, because they think it's like an invitation. I think they see it as like, okay, she's nice, that means she's opening her gates to me, because, you know, women are the gatekeepers. So I really believe that, like, it's okay, I have my foot in the door, let me see if she's gonna invite me more. And it's like, no, that's just how she is. You don't have to. It doesn't mean that, oh, she's inviting you here, she's just being nice. Now, if you want her to give you an attitude, it's like, why does it have to get to where she gives you an attitude to say, hello, no, not interested in that way?
So to leave off with this, how can we create a dynamic of a balance of the feminine and the masculine to actually have a platonic friendship?
Can you go first with your own question? How are we gonna create a balance?
Like, how can we start viewing each other without having ulterior motives? You feel me? Without trying to see people, oh, I see that I can sleep with her. Like, why do we have to see sex? Like, why is sex even an option? Like, because it's not like when you're talking to your mama or your blood sister, you seeing, oh, I can be in the bedroom flipping her over. You don't see that with those type of women that gave birth to you.
That's true. And that's different with the family dynamic, is because you already know that's off limits. I don't even see them in that way. I watch them grow up. There's no way. Like, it's a different dynamic, because a man, I think he's taught to, like, when he goes out in the world and he sees, it's like mating. Like, okay, I go out in the world, they're gonna first see you at like that. Like, this is a potential next step in my life, which the next step is normally mating, having kids. And so I think it's kind of conditioned for them to see everyone else like, okay, the opposite sex. I'm only looking for a woman to first this. This is like the next stage of my life. Like, I'm looking for because remember, men have sex with who they can. So they are first gonna see, okay, it's like a drought. So that already kind of shows you, it's like, why are men living in a drought kind of mindset when it comes to meeting women? It's like, okay, she attractive, boom, I gotta go get her. It's like, hold on, just calm down.
Slow your roll.
Get to know who she is first, and maybe you won't end up with 5 baby mamas. No, serious, it's like a pandemic out here for that. Like,
yes.
You can't just, because she's attractive, boom. No.
You gotta shoot up her club.
I don't even know if I did not answer your question.
No, for real though, like, slow down. It's no rush. Like, I think that's why I really value friendship, because friendships is a slow journey. Like, you have to get to know a person. Being a friend, you are not rushing, you're not trying to manipulate, you just allow their character to reveal. But when it comes to the other stage or romance, it's like, what are we doing? Who are we? Commit to me now. It's just like, where are we rushing?
I think you really need to know a person and all facets of them. Like, you need to know them in every kind of, know them in every emotion and how they deal with themselves, because you have to see how they manage themselves to know how they would manage a union with you. Very important, because you don't really know them like that. To know, just to make, like, to take the next step with them, you don't know how they will act, because you haven't seen them with how they manage themselves. And that's very important, because how they're going to manage another person or being a part of something without knowing how they're managing step 1, your foundation.
The step 1 foundation. Get to know yourself. That's the game changer. Okay.